Now on Nightside, new details in the case against the man accused of killing 4 University of Idaho students.
I'm tracking sunshine and showers for the weekend. I'll help you plan around any wet weather in the first alert forecast.
And a 34-year-old Washington elementary school teacher has been charged with 9 counts of child molestation. What one victim's mother says about the abuse. You're watching 4 News Now, Nightside. Stickers promoting a white supremacist group were found in downtown Wallace today, according to the Shoshone County Sheriff's Office. Thank you for being with us tonight. I'm Kirsten O'Connor. In a Facebook post, the Shoshone County Sheriff's Office says they found people associated with the group in the area and cited them for a misdemeanor offense. And the Shoshone County Sheriff's Office is also looking for a fisherman who someone reported had drowned near Bumblebee Campground on the Coeur d'Alene River today. Drones, divers, jet skis, and canines were employed to find him, but as of right now, he's still missing and the search is ongoing. New on Nightside, the defense team for the man accused of killing 4 University of Idaho students cannot contact prospective jurors without getting permission from the court. That is a new ruling from the judge tonight. Brian Koberger was back in court last week as attorneys argued over a phone survey conducted by the defense team. The survey asked questions like the ones you see on your screen right now. Prosecutor Bill Thompson called these questions loaded questions and that they could have given information about the case that the jurors didn't previously know. The state argued that violates the gag order that could make selecting a jury in Latah County more difficult. The judge decided the defense must have permission from the court before contacting any more prospective jurors. The man who was shot by Spokane police last night on Shadle Park High School's campus was rushed into surgery and is expected to recover. Last night's shooting marks the 5th shooting by Spokane police this year. Police say this all started when they responded to a report of a dispute near North Lindeke Street and Columbia Avenue yesterday afternoon. The suspect got away and police say they found him a few hours later at Shadle Park High School. Officers chased him, which ended in a shooting in the campus. And this is a bullet hole from the shooting in one Spokane family's home. That's not the only scar the house has either. Another hole in the grass reveals another bullet mark. Many people in that neighborhood say they're shocked. This is usually a safe neighborhood where kids play outside. And the 3 officers who shot at the man are now on administrative leave. A 4th officer is also on leave, but SPD did not say how that officer was involved. It all started just north of Shadle Park when a tow truck driver tried to repossess a car, and that suspect pulled a knife on the repo worker and fired a gun at his truck. Jordan Smith joins us now with team coverage from where the incident all started.
Well, the neighbors here on Lindeke tell me that repossession attempt happened just up the street from where we are now. And it might not be surprising to learn that working in the repo business is a dangerous line of work. The owner of one repo company here in Spokane tells me his employees wear bulletproof vests and carry a loaded handgun when they're on the job.
That practice is not uncommon. Josh Wilson, a repo agent with Cars of Idaho, tells me he does the exact same thing. He also wears a body camera.
I got a body camera, I got pepper spray, I got my name.
Repossessing someone's property is a situation where tensions certainly run high. In the 12 years that Josh has been doing this, he's been through some chaotic moments. Having a gun or a weapon pulled on him is not uncommon.
I've been shot at 3 times in the 12 years I've been doing this. I got ran over twice.
He says those occurrences used to be once a year. Now, he says it's a few times a month. The reality of his line of work, though, isn't lost on him.
For a lot of people, this can be the end of the line for them. You know, they're not working. You know, for all you know, they got an eviction notice a week before you showed up. Now they can't even move their stuff out of their house because you just took their truck.
I asked him, with how unpopular and dangerous this profession has become, why does he do it? His answer, tonight at 6. In Spokane, Jordan Smith, 4 News Now.
Well, we did have some showers coming toward our, toward all of us here in the inland Northwest. But that time lapse made today look like the prettiest day of the whole week.
You know, it was a beautiful day today. Blue skies and sunshine, and we have more of this on the way for Saturday, and it's even going to be warmer. We're going to be up into the mid-60s. But first, another chilly night. Here's a look at current temperatures around the region. We're at 47 in Spokane, 40 in Coeur d'Alene, 44 in Moscow and Pullman, and in the 30s in Colville and Bonners Ferry. We're going to be headed down to overnight lows around freezing again tomorrow morning. Here's a look at where we're going to start the day on Saturday. 32 in Spokane and 33 degrees in Coeur d'Alene. We'll be down below freezing in Pullman as well as Colville and Bonners Ferry. But those clear skies that will allow us to cool down are also going to make for a gorgeous Saturday. 32 degrees to start, but we're heading to a high of 64 with blue skies and sunshine. 58 is our average high. Now the clouds will begin increasing tomorrow evening, and those clouds are going to bring some showers for Saturday night. I'll let you know what kind of weather to expect for Sunday coming up in your 7-day forecast. Kirsten.
Thank you, Chris. The Washington State University President Kirk Schultz has announced his plan to retire at the end of next school year. Schultz has been the president since 2016, and under his leadership, the university has recorded several significant achievements, including record student enrollment in 2019 and opening new teaching and research facilities. The WSU First Lady Noelle Schultz says she will continue working in her positions at the university. As for what President Schultz will do in the future, WSU released his video statement today.
Well, my primary thing is I want to support my successor to be successful as the next Washington State University president. I also want to do some writing in the higher education space and mentor that next generation of public higher education leaders.
In February, a group of over 200 WSU faculty members called for a new president, citing a 15% decline in enrollment and saying a lack of attention and leadership in Cougar athletics led to financial and reputational harm with the breakup of the Pac-12. You can watch the Schultz full video statement in this story on KXLY.com. And President Schultz's retirement also has a huge impact on WSU athletics. Sports Director Julian Minnesone joins me now in studio. And Julian, whoever takes over is going to have a tall task ahead of them in rebuilding the athletic department.
Yeah, WSU is still trying to recover after the downfall of the Pac-12. As of last year, the athletic department was in a nearly $12 million budget deficit and is expected to cut their 2025 budget by a significant amount. Whoever takes over will be in charge of getting that back on track. President Schultz also served as the chair for the Pac-12 Board of Directors and had a hand in hiring current Pac-12 Commissioner Teresa Gould and former Commissioner George Kliavkoff, which in hindsight was a controversial hire to say the least. Schultz was also a member of the College Football Playoff Committee. He was instrumental in fighting for WSU's position among the ever-changing college football landscape. As of right now, WSU is without a permanent conference. Football will compete in the Mountain West, while other sports like men's and women's basketball will compete in the WCC for the next 2 years as part of a scheduling alliance with those conferences. The new president will have a short window to get the future of WSU athletics and a new conference sorted out. Live in the studio, Julian Minnesone, 4 News Now Sports.
Thank you, Julian. A Washington teacher charged with 9 counts of child molestation. What one mother says about the abuse. And why the Washington GOP refuses to endorse candidates for governor. That's next on Nightside.
Beautiful pick of the night tonight. This one is from Jeremiah Philippi. Bayview, Idaho, one of my favorite places on earth. Just a gorgeous view here with Lake Pend Oreille and the beautiful town of Bayview. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast after the break.
Download the KXLY Plus app on your connected TV.
Sports on 4 News Now is brought to you by Coeur d'Alene Casino.
Donating your vehicle to UGM Motors is easy.
When you drop off a vehicle, you have to sign a paper of I donated this vehicle, and that was the hardest part. And I didn't have to fill it out. They filled it out for me and had me sign it.
Your car, truck, RV, or motorcycle will provide food, shelter, job training, and recovery services at Union Gospel Mission.
I think it's a great service to the community.
Call 509-327-HELP to schedule a free pickup today.
Watch live on KXLY ABC4.
You never know who might show up. Hello to Karen Smuts from Post Falls, Idaho.
Mark, you left your shoes at the airport.
Watch live with Kelly and Mark. Weekdays at 9 and again at 3.
This is going to be a lot of fun.
Kimmel's got late night.
Yeah, I love coming here.
On lock.
Get up, come on, let's dance.
Watch me for an hour and the other 23 are yours.
Jimmy Kimmel Live, weeknights on ABC.
It's one of the best times of the year to give your home an upgrade with some fresh new looks during the spring store-wide savings event at Walker's.
Come see the new styles that just arrived. Plus, take advantage of all last year model closeout and clearance items up to 70% off. With 5 years special financing available and no money down.
It's the perfect time to furnish your life for less and add some comfort and style to your home during the spring store-wide savings event at Walker's.
They say there's nothing quite like the open road. I say there's nothing quite like the open road when you're driving a new Toyota from Findlay. And right now is the perfect time to trade up to a new RAV4, Toyota Camry, Corolla, or maybe a Tacoma or Tundra truck. Plus, Findlay Downtown Toyota has the financing you need to get you behind the wheel today, so you can start your driving adventures tomorrow.
Findlay Toyota's downtown.
4 News Now is brought to you by Kerner Furniture.
Disorder and disarray. That's why gubernatorial candidate Dave Redkert says he no longer wants an endorsement from the GOP. This announcement followed Semi Bird's disqualification from the GOP board because of a past financial crime. Without a clear candidate to endorse, supporters of Semi Bird were outraged, speaking over the GOP chair multiple times today. But the chair says there's still a chance for him. Tomorrow, delegates will reconvene to vote on endorsement for governor, and Bird could still have a chance. Here's what he had to say about his disqualification.
No, you will not remove a person from a ballot. You will not usurp our voice or supersede our presence. We are here to make sure our voices are heard and our votes are counted.
Bird did plead guilty to financial crimes in 1993. His former opponent says he's removing his name for endorsement because of what he calls disarray in the state GOP. In response, Dave Reichert withdrew his name.
I'm not seeking the endorsement of the Republican state party. However, I am seeking the endorsement of all Republicans in the state of Washington.
The GOP convention is set to wrap up tomorrow. Chosen delegates will attend the national convention in July. Okay, the weekend is getting kind of planned out in my house, and I think it's going to be a lot of outdoor time.
Good, as it should be, because this weekend is going to be beautiful, a little different from Saturday to Sunday. Here are 4 things to know about your weather. It is going to be a sunny, warm Saturday. Then we have some showers coming in Saturday night. It is going to be sunny also on Sunday, but cooler. We'll be back down around average with some gusty southwest winds. Here's a look at our high temperatures for Saturday. Mid-60s in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, in the 70s in Lewiston, 61 in Sandpoint, 62 degrees in Bonners Ferry. Then on Saturday night, we do have a cold front coming in. It'll bring an increase in clouds, eventually a chance of showers, and behind it for Sunday, we've got windy conditions as well as some cooler weather, but we should be dry. Here's our chance of precipitation Saturday night. A slight chance as early as 8, 9, 10 o'clock, but then that jumps around midnight to about 40% before dropping off to 0 by the time most folks are just barely getting up, 6 a.m. Forecast radar starting off, I haven't been up at 6 a.m. in a long time, but some people do, I hear. Forecast radar shows a little bit of light rain coming in around 10 o'clock. That's going to pick up around midnight, but boy, by 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, that wet weather is well off to the east, and we are left with a sunny Sunday, but it is going to be a windy Sunday at times, particularly in the early morning hours. The winds will pick up before the sun rises. We'll be seeing wind gusts up to 35 miles per hour in the morning. Those will taper off a little bit in the afternoon with calmer conditions as we get into the evening on Sunday. Saturday, just enjoy the sunshine. If you are out for some evening fun or going out to dinner, you may get into some showers. If you're out late, then breezy on Sunday with more sunshine. Earth Day is Monday, and boy, the weather should cooperate with any Earth Day activities you have, whether they're over the weekend or into Monday. We have a warming trend then. We'll be in the 60s for Tuesday, Wednesday, cooling down with a chance of showers Friday. Still some overnight lows down below freezing in this forecast. We're not quite past that threat.
And when you say breezy, I feel like right now it also means allergies. So I'm putting that out there.
Yes, today was a little sneezy in the newsroom. I think a lot of people were feeling that pollen in the air with today's wind.
You're right. Yeah, a lot of coughing and a lot of sneezing. All right, thank you, Chris. Well, around the Northwest, a fire started at the historic Timberline Lodge on Mount Hood late last night. The Clackamas County Fire Department says it was kept to the roof and part of the attic. Timberline Lodge is featured as the hotel in the movie The Shining. No one was hurt in the fire. The U.S. Forest Service is investigating. And we do want to remind victims of the Gray and Oregon road fires, tomorrow is the last day to apply for FEMA assistance. FEMA encourages anyone still needing to apply to visit the disaster recovery centers in person in Medical Lake and in Elk. On Monday, nearly 500 healthcare workers at Providence Sacred Heart will go on strike. Workers have been trying to negotiate a contract with better benefits and increased pay.
We feel we have absolutely no choice but to take these actions for Providence to hear us out. Every single caregiver would rather be inside that hospital taking care of their patients rather than out on the curb holding a sign. We have both greater...
Union members say once they notified management of a strike, Providence walked away from the negotiations table, something Providence CEO Susan Stacy confirmed.
But at that moment, my priorities shifted to making sure we stayed open and able to provide safe, quality care to our community.
Providence is now focused on filling the near 500 vacancies with temporary workers, paying them close to triple what the original workers earned. New on Nightside, a 34-year-old Washington elementary school teacher has been charged with 9 counts of child molestation. One mother says the abuse went on for over 2 years. Natalie Swaby reports.
This is video of Henderson in court. He's charged with 9 counts of child molestation involving 3 girls under the age of 12.
State of Washington versus Jordan Roy Henderson.
Pierce County Sheriff's deputies say he's a teacher at Evergreen Elementary School in Lake Bay. A lawyer representing one of the victims says the teacher is also an involved church member at Wellspring Fellowship in the Lake Bay area. Deputies arrested Henderson at his Gig Harbor home on Thursday. Probable cause documents detail the interview between one of the students and an investigator about Henderson. She said he's been touching all the girls inappropriately, including me. The student says she told the teacher what he was doing made them feel uncomfortable. Henderson allegedly responded by saying touching was something normal that teachers do and to not go telling other people about it. One mother says the sexual abuse happened to her daughter over the last 2 years. She sat down with us with her attorney by her side.
Absolutely shocked and horrified. You send your kids to school and trust that they're being watched after and cared for when they're out of your sight. And so the fact that this was happening every single day, and even after voicing certain concerns to the school and being ignored, that I think that they could have checked up on, and finding out what she'd been going through all this time is just, it's just been awful.
A college student in Chicago fights back against a person who tried to rob her. The can't miss video coming up next on Nightside.
Later on Nightline, Taylor Swift breaking the internet twice with her new album. Swifties up all night, deep diving into lyrics. Plus, Savannah Chrisley holding the family together with her parents imprisoned and pleading for a new trial.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Now is a great time to get an offer you'll love on the Accord Hybrid and CR-V Hybrid. Inventory is here, so bring on the fun. Bring on the weekend getaways. Bring on the memories. And get a great offer on a Honda, named the 2023 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value Brand. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into your local Honda dealer today.
Right now, there's just so much happening in our world.
And so much happening.
Right here in the Northwest.
Making sense of it all, that's not always so easy.
And that's where we come in.
Good Morning Northwest and Good Morning America.
We're right here, and we got you.
We got you, Northwest.
Are you tossing and turning all night on your old mattress? Not getting the proper sleep you deserve? Well, this week, during the Walker Spring Sales event, you can discover a better, deeper, longer night's rest, constructed with the newest technology. Plus, you can take advantage of 5 years special financing. And with select premium sets sold, you can also receive up to $300 of additional free furniture, making it the perfect time to improve your sleep for less at Walker's.
Considering a new air conditioner? Before you commit, call Bill's Heating and AC. We're elevating efficiency and savings by matching heat pump prices to any local air conditioner quotes and setting a new standard for comfort. Why heat pumps? Similar to ACs, they offer high efficiencies to heat and cool your home for a lower cost. And with the purchase of qualifying equipment, you may be eligible to receive a 25C tax credit of up to $3,200. Don't miss out. Call Bill's Heating and AC for your free quote now.
For 10 years, the 4 News Now Extreme team has been rebuilding and rejuvenating baseball fields. Is yours next? It's that time again. Go to KXOY.com and tell us why your field needs a makeover. Diamonds and Dreams, brought to you by your hometown Chevy dealers and Horizon Credit Union.
4 News Now is brought to you by Mainstream Electric Heating, Cooling, Plumbing.
Around the world, Israel appears to fulfill its promise of striking back against Iran, launching missiles overnight in a retaliatory attack from Iran's strike last weekend. Diplomats around the world have urged caution about the back and forth as the region risks entering another war. The White House seems to be keeping its distance from the strike, saying no comment to reporters today. U.S. officials say that they received a warning from Israel of their plans, but neither endorsed nor condemned the counterstrike. At a meeting of G7 counterparts in Italy, Secretary of State Antony Blinken said the U.S. focus is de-escalation.
What we're focused on, what the G7 is focused on, and again, it's reflected in our statement and in our conversation, is our work to de-escalate tensions.
President Biden's Democratic Party is divided on his support of Israel's government. Some voters are turning away from the president for it, threatening the support Biden needs for his re-election bid in some key swing states. Well, look at this video of a college student in Chicago fighting back against a person trying to rob her. The girl managed to get that magazine from the gun and tossed it into a nearby bush.
I think fight definitely kicked in, but I'm in no way advocating to resist an armed robbery. I think it was really not the right decision looking back on it.
This is the latest in a string of robberies near the University of Chicago campus. Administrators at the university say they will be increasing police patrols. Well, Spokane County has many great hiking areas. One is just south of Spokane, off of Highway 195. A lake, plenty of birds, and the feeling you're a long way from the city. In tonight's Air 4 adventure, we take you to the Slavin Conservation Area.
This is James T. Slavin Conservation Area. Some days it's really cool. It's really nice. You can go for long walks. Wander off and then turn left or right, and then left or right, you know, and eventually I end up, you know, so I get tired of walking, so I start looking for a way to get back. But this is the time to go. Quite gorgeous.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was perfect out there. Nice to be back out, have the weather to be able to do so. Great place to walk the dog and people to come and walk their horses, and it's a good time to come spend with your mom, catch up, see what's going on.
beautiful.
I think it's one of the better kept secrets of the area, but it's nice to see folks come out here and take advantage of it, and you always seem to run across real nice people out here.
There's up and down, there's flat, there's a little bit of everything to choose from. If you don't like that path, you can find another one. It's neat they kept it a preserve for everybody in the region to enjoy.
Some late inning heroics gave the Spokane Indians the victory tonight. Highlights of the dramatic finish next in sports.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
PAR, family owned since 1930. Go where the builders go.
What are you going to build? What would you do?
I was thinking I want to open up our marriage.
If you heard a husband being asked to open up his marriage.
I don't know if I feel comfortable that you've already, made decisions without me.
Well, just wait until you see what our hidden cameras catch.
I do not want another man in our marriage.
Well, this is what I want. He is on his way.
Whoa. They got dinner and a show. And just wait till you see what happens when he walks in.
Hell no.
What would you do? Sunday night, all new on ABC.
It's the once-a-year spring tune-up event this week at the Cal Superstores in Airway Heights and Coeur d'Alene.
Hi, I'm George, and I'm offering great deals on over 300 of the best rigs in the region.
And this weekend, when you purchase a vehicle from Cal, you can get up to $600 in free upgrades, like light bars, custom grills, or tires and rims to customize your ride, making it the perfect time to visit Cal.
Like the deals and love your wheels.
You're feeding it.
I will, I promise. Thanks to our Premier Rewards Visa credit card from ICCU, we earned enough cash back to stock up on puppy supplies.
But we don't have a puppy. They're very convincing children.
If there's one thing we like, it's choices. Find yours with Ford F-150. Gas, hybrid, or all-electric. Whether it's towing, powering up, or getting from 0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds, what you choose to do with that much power is up to you. Tough this smart can only be called F-150.
Get 1.9% for 72 months on an F-150 and up to $15,000 total savings on an F-150 Lightning. Only at your local Ford dealer.
But, this is what you train for when you're 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, throwing the ball with your old man in the backyard for these moments right here.
That was 4 News Now weekend anchor Jordan Smith just before throwing out tonight's first pitch at the Spokane Indians game. It was Jordan's first time throwing out a first pitch, and he had just enough speed to make it to home plate. More than 3,000 fans were in attendance for the game. Sports director Julian Minnesone was one of them, and he joins us in the studio now. It was fun to see the two of you together. It sounded like Jordan wasn't the only one providing highlights for us.
Yeah, no, the Indians had a pretty good game, too. But what a tough act to follow if you're the Indians, right? I mean, Jordan said it wasn't supposed to be a curveball, but I think it just naturally curved down to the plate anyway. But he did good. Just a bit outside, as Bob Uecker would say. Now, the Spokane Indians were hoping to keep the good vibes rolling against the Everett Aqua Sox tonight. Top prospect pitcher Chase Dolander was on the mound for the Indians, and Dolander ran into some trouble in the early innings, but it wasn't his fault. Robbie Martin Jr. right here can't make the play in the outfield as the Aqua Sox score the first runs of the game. But Dolander settled in. He took a page from Jordan's book and threw some heat at the plate. Dolander gave up just 4 runs over 5 1/3 innings, but struck out 12 batters on the night, which I'd say is pretty good. Now, to the 4th inning we go. Indians fighting back. Juan Guerrero, he's going to be at the plate, and he's going to find some open outfield there in left center. That scores a run for Spokane, and the Indians are in business. Now, tie game in the 9th. Runners on base for Jesus Bugarin, and Bugarin comes up clutch. Fireworks after the game, and on the field as the Indians score that final run there to celebrate in dramatic fashion after the bottom of the 9th victory. Indians win 5-4. These two teams are back at it tomorrow. 5:09 first pitch there from Avista Stadium. Now, the big league affiliates, the Seattle Mariners and Colorado Rockies, were also supposed to match up today, but that did not happen. This was the scene in Denver that caused the game to be postponed. Not going to be baseball weather right there. The teams will make it up in a doubleheader on Sunday. Tomorrow's game is still scheduled for 5:10, but the makeup games, 2 of them on Sunday, 2 9-inning contests. The first one is at 12:10. The second one is at 5:10. It's Seattle's first postponed game since 2022. And the first Gonzaga Bulldog has entered the transfer portal. Forward Colby Brooks will be looking for a new team to play for next season. Brooks appeared in 14 games for the Bulldogs last year, averaging 1 point and 1 rebound a game. He joined Gonzaga in 2021 as a walk-on. So now the goal for Gonzaga is to keep the rest of the roster intact for next season. And if they do, pretty good shape. ESPN has the Bulldogs as the #2 team in its way too early top 25 rankings, which means that Gonzaga would be a favorite to go to the Final Four. But, of course, you got to play the game, see what happens. But Gonzaga seems like their expectation is always Final Four or bust.
Oh, yeah. They're definitely going to be in the Final Four. Yeah. Oh, now that I've said it, I'll probably jinx it.
Knock on some wood.
Hey, I think we need to just put a little disclaimer out there to Chase Dolander that we know he's much better than our Jordan Smith.
Yeah, Chase.
Chase, I know you're watching.
By a mile, he's the top prospect, one of the top prospects in the organization. Jordan doesn't hold a candle to Chase Dolander there, but Jordan did fine out there.
He did an awesome job.
Yeah.
We're so proud. Hey, high school girls in Washington could have a new sport to play. The WIAA is considering adding girls flag football, and the number of girls playing it has exploded by 63% from 2019 to 2023, according to the National Association of State High School Associations. 8 states have already sanctioned girls flag football as a high school sport, and they are expecting that the cost to add a program is right around $5,000 to $8,000. The WIAA could pass the proposal next month.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app. At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
Roundup's like an accidental savings account. I get paid every time I buy something. It's like a bonus for me.
Remodeling your kitchen? Fred's has the latest in kitchen appliances from GE Cafe on sale.
With a variety of custom cafe colors and options, makes it easy to personalize your kitchen.
And when it's time for cleanup, the GE Cafe dishwasher offers loading flexibility and a reversing wash arm to clean every inch of your dishes.
Get up to $2,000 in rebates in GE Cafe appliances.
Come in and see the great selection of cafe kitchen packages at Fred's.
At Finley Downtown Toyota, there's never been a better time to trade up to something better, as we are loaded up with the best selection of new and used vehicles to choose from, with great financing options available. Finley Toyota's downtown.
You guys don't know what happened that day, the day that my son died.
911.
The truck fell on my stepson.
Right from the start, you've got some clear indicators of deception.
That told us the complete truth. Yes, I did. 100%. No, you didn't. I could tell by looking at it. You're not a good liar. Do you think this ends in a good way?
The Interrogation Tapes, the new 2020 True Crime Limited Series, Monday on ABC.
MASH is a must.
What more do you want?
It's MASH CTV on MeTV.
See what you started?
It's 2 full hours of MASH C laughs.
What about rank? Can I help it if I'm not as rank as you?
Weeknights beginning at 6 on MeTV 4.2. See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
What do you want me to do with it?
Blow the candles
You want me to
out.
eat the whole thing?
Yes, eat the whole thing. Today, a Tacoma woman celebrated her 106th birthday. This is Tina Gerlach, and she was born in 1918 and remembers when people were still getting around using a horse and buggy instead of a car. When asked the secret to living to be 106 years old, she says kindness. I love her. What a sweetheart.
I believe it. And cake.
Did you see the feather boa at the end? What an outfit for your birthday. Happy birthday.